So Hari Om to all the Atma Jyotis here, to all the Vagjyoti captains. Welcome to this session of training the captains. So let us start this session with an opening prayer. So let us start with Omkara. Om. 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 So Kirtana, can we have the Gayatri mantra from you?
Yes, Satyaji. Om Bhuvasvaha Tatsaviturvarenyao Devasya Dhimahi Dhiyo Yo Na Prachodayat.
So welcome all the captains to this session of captains. So as a President Kirtana, you can take care and see that everyone is on mute. So let us start today's session where you will be learning on what you have to do as a captain. So congratulations to all the captains here. First of all, let me congratulate you because you have taken up these roles and it is a great privilege to be playing these roles. Okay, you are going to set an example to all the eye leaders who come forward to Vagjyoti in future. So let us do this session where you will learn what you have to do. So this session is important in two ways. One, because you have to know what you have to do. And the second one is you have to teach many captains in future on what they have to do. So this is very important for you because you should not have any doubt about any of these roles. Okay, there are 7 captains and each of you should know what every other captain has to do because you should know what you have to ask them. You should know what you have to expect from them and you should also know what you have to drive them towards. So let us start this session where we will start with the very first role. That is the role of the president. So let us look at the role of president. So we have our president here, Kirtana, who has been selected for a great role and a great responsibility. So Kirtana, I think you remember that you have taken an oath the other day, where you have promised that you will render your role as a president. So this is the motto that you have read out that day along with Shri Prabhuji. So these are some documents here where you have a Google form here. So you will look at the Google form. This link will be provided to you on the WordPress. So you already have the link of all the classes that we have done till now. Okay, in the classes, after those 4 classes, this 5th session of this Vagjyoti, public speaking session, you will have the 5th session as training the captains. So there you have training of the president, training of the VP Ed, training of VP Mem, training of VP PR, and so on and so forth. So you can click on your particular lesson and see what you have to do. Now, generally, once you open the Google form, this is what you will find. Okay, there is this Google document here. You can click on this and see the reference material. So there is the reference material here, which opens. So you can look at it, you can read through it so that you understand how to play your role better. Okay.
Okay,
so
Satya.
Time you can always do that. Now I have divided the Google form into 3 tasks. One is before the meeting, one during the meeting, and one after the meeting. So what should the president do before the meeting? So as you all know, the president is the person who has to plan an interim meeting like this. Now you all know that we have an actual meeting on the next Saturday, right? So this is an interim meeting where all the captains are sitting together and we are discussing about what we have to do. So such a meeting has to be held by the president before the actual meeting. So every month you have to have an interim meeting and one actual meeting. Okay, that is the very first responsibility of the president. President, hope you got it.
Satyaji.
So conduct the I-Leaders Forum meeting one in a month, and you have to assist all the other captains in doing their roles. That is your first responsibility. And then there are two things the president has to do. What are the two things the president has to do? In your meeting, the very first speech is by the president. That is the opening speech. And the very last speech is by the president. So the president, I want everyone here to understand this. The VP Ed, Prerna, and the VP Public Relations. Everyone has to understand this. The reason being, in case the president is absent, Prerna as the VP Education, you are going to take up this role. So every role will be given to someone in case they are absent. That is the reason every one of you has to understand all these rules. Okay. So the president will give the opening speech and the closing speech. In the opening speech, the president will tell about the recognition. Suppose Shriyans has, the Sergeant at Arms has won some distinction or some award in his school, or the VP Public Relations or some other, I-Leader has won some distinction or any awards and rewards in their school. In the opening speech, the president has to include all those things in the opening speech. Suppose someone has won a competition. It may be a Vivekananda contest, it may be a school contest, it may be an inter-school contest. So the president has to gather all this information and then put it in the opening speech. Why are you doing this? In order to encourage everyone to become bolder and even better in what they are doing. So that is what you have to do in your opening speech. Now, the president has to do something with the VP Ed. The president has to do something with the secretary, with the VP membership, and with the Sergeant at Arms. Now, let us see what the president has to do. So with the VP Education, this is what you have to do. So with the VP Education, you have to ask the VP Education about whether everyone has completed their project, whether everyone has taken up the roles and are they doing it. Okay, because everyone has to do the role only once. Okay, it should be a rotation. So you have to take up all this information from the VP Education and from the from the secretary. Okay, and then after you take up this information and about the awards and rewards of each and every I-Leader, you have to present it in your opening speech. And with the secretary, like this, today, the meeting before the actual meeting, you have to plan the agenda of the meeting along with the secretary. Now, our secretary here, Aditya. So along with Aditya, Aditya has to tell, what is going to be the agenda of the meeting. So we are meeting on 16th. What is the agenda of the meeting? You have to think before you come to this meeting. Okay. So every month, this is what you all have to plan about the agenda and the theme of the meeting. So every meeting should have a theme. Doubts will be clarified a bit later, right? So every meeting will have a theme. We are taking the text from the Bhagavad Gita. So every meeting will have a theme. So the secretary and the president together have to decide on the theme of the meeting, okay, and the agenda of the meeting. So this has to be circulated to everyone by the secretary. Now, what does the president do along with the VP membership? The president has to chalk out good plans with the VP membership. Okay, and with the Sergeant at Arms, as you all know, Sergeant at Arms is someone who is a disciplinarian. Shriyans, are you? So sergeant at arms is someone who ensures that everyone is disciplined. The meeting should start on time. The meeting should end on time. No one should be having any crosstalk during the meeting. Everyone should be switching on their videos and muting themselves. So this is what the sergeant at arms does. So he himself is a disciplinarian. So in his presence, everyone is disciplined and everything is in its place. So with the sergeant at arms, the president will give the rules to the sergeant at arms. So the president will tell the sergeant at arms, in the beginning of the meeting, Shriyans or the sergeant at arms is the person who will come forward and tell the rules of the meeting. Now, what are the rules? You will tell everyone, do not have any crosstalk. Please switch on your videos, keep yourself on mute. And in case you have a question, raise your hand. These are some information or some rules which the president will tell the the sergeant at arms from time to time. Okay, so this is what a president has to do before the meeting. Now, what will the president do after the meeting? So when you are preparing for a meeting, you have to look at this and you have to tick each and everything from your checklist. So this is what you will do. You will tick each and everything in your checklist, right? Once you do this, okay, we go to the next part. That is during the meeting. What will you do during the meeting? So as I told you, the president will give two speeches in the meeting. One is the opening speech, the other is the closing speech. In the opening speech, so I'm sure the VP Ed is also listening, because in case the president is absent, the VP Ed has to take the position of the president.
Yes, I'm listening.
So in the beginning of the meeting, the president gives the opening speech where the president tells about the success of the Vagjyoti session, how far have we been, and how all the children are giving so many speeches, and what is their progress, their communication progress, and any rewards and awards which other the Vagjyoti the eye leaders have achieved in their school or in their colony or in their. Okay, so there is going to be a very good applause for all the children who have achieved something in their schools and in their communities, right? And then the closing speech will be about the announcements. The next meeting will happen on so-and-so date, so-and-so time. Okay, these announcements will be given by the president. So that is what a president does during the meeting. He does only two things, the opening speech and the closing speech, right? And one thing we always encourage here in Vagjyoti public speaking sessions is that we encourage more and more guests to come in. Now, who are the guests? We encourage more children to come in and just see the sessions. We just want them to feel how the sessions are. Okay, so the president has to make sure before the meeting starts, before the recording starts, the president should make sure that everyone is welcomed. All the guests should be welcomed with their name, right? And then he also has to make sure that he is dressed perfectly and he is there before time, and should see that everyone is there on time. And they have to the president has to make a note of all the points that are needed for future improvement. Okay, so if the president goes through this checklist, you can clearly understand what you have to do.
Satyalata, Prabhu here.
After the meeting. Now, what should the president do after the meeting? Just sit, think about what happened well today, what did not happen well today. So how will you know what has happened well? You get a feeling inside that you spoke well. You get a good feeling that some person or some eye leader has done very well today. So that is what you have to prepare a small note, that so-and-so eye leader has spoken very well, or so-and-so person did not do well. This is the place where he has to improve. So you
Can you hear
make
me?
a note of to all the other eye leaders.
Lata, can you hear me?
Yes, Prabhuji. So this is what the president has to do before the meeting, during the meeting, after the meeting. So let me sum up a bit to make it simple. The president has only two things to do during the meeting: opening speech, closing speech. Opening speech will consist of the achievements of all the Vagjyoti, the eye leaders, and the closing speech will consist of all the announcements about the next meeting. Okay, so this is what the president has to do. So the president, all these forms will be given to you as lessons in the link that is already shared with you. So you can go through it, and whenever you have doubts, you can come up with the doubts or your questions. Right now, if you have any question, do let me know.
Satyaji, I don't have any doubts.
Okay, so you can easily go through all this material here, and there is some reference material also where you can go through that material also for further understanding your role, so that you play your role even better. Okay, every time, every meeting is about improvisation. So in the previous meeting you did something, in the next meeting you improve yourself. That's it. Okay, so these are the three parts of every captain's role. So what do you have to do before the meeting, what do you have to do after the meeting, and during the meeting? So once you are done, there is something here. There is a small questionnaire of only 6 questions. You will just answer what did you learn during this session today. Okay, what was your experience before the meeting, what did you do after the meeting, what is your strength, and what in your communication do you think should improve, and what do you want to improve in your forum, that is the iLead forum, the Vagjyoti forum, and what are the ways by which you are motivating your team. So these are some questions you can think over after the whole meeting is over, and you have to click on submit so that you will know your progress later. Okay, so this is what a president has to do. So I want each one of you to concentrate on this, because every role will be played by every person sooner or later. Okay.
Satyaji.
Now I encourage the president, if you have any doubts, please do ask. Yes, I have some question from Aditya.
Ma'am, I want to ask, where will you share the forms?
Yes. So I have already shared with you a link which has both, right? All the lessons that we have covered till now. We have done 4 sessions till now. So that lesson is already there with you. All the 4 lessons are with you. When you click on that link, you will get this lesson also in this week. So during this week, even these lessons will be uploaded on that, and you can see these lessons. Okay. And you will
It's
have
not uploaded.
No, after this session is over, this session and the files will be uploaded there. Okay, you can go into that. Okay. You can look at your, Google form any number of times. You can look at your checklist, and you can just see. See, before the session, anyway, you will need to read it. Okay, but after this session, next week you can go through it and see if you have any doubts or any questions, and you can always ask me.
Okay, ma'am. Thank you.
Right? And next, let us go to who do we have next? So the next captain in queue is the VP Education. So let us see what we have in store for the VP Education. Yes, VP Education, Prerna, this is all about you.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So before the meeting, what do you have to do? And during the meeting and after the meeting. Okay. Here also, you have a Google document which is shared here. There is a link here. So there is extra information about the reference material. Okay. In fact, see, in this document itself, right? This is the reference material for your additional information about your role as a VP Education. This is the link about the speech progress report. Now let me tell you what you have to do first. Okay. So VP Education, you are like our class teacher. Do you know what a class teacher does? So your class teacher takes care of so many things, in fact. Okay. She not only takes care of how you are doing in her class, she takes care of everything. Okay. Suppose she is your English teacher. She does not only care about what are you doing in the English class or what are your marks in your English class. No, she takes care of your complete attendance, whether you are good in your Hindi class, whether you're good in your math class, whether you're good in your science class, that is what a class teacher does. And in fact, the VP education here plays the same role. So as a VP education, this is what you'll have to do. So before the meeting, as you know, we have an interim meeting like this before the actual meeting. Suppose the actual meeting is on the last Saturday of every month. You can have an interim meeting on the second Saturday of every month. That is an ideal situation. Okay. Every last Saturday, we can have an actual meeting. And just 2 weeks before that, you can have this interim meeting. So this interim meeting need not be a formal one. You can just sit together and we can all discuss about what shall be the agenda, what should we do for the meeting, how do we improve the meeting. Okay. So you have to come up with great ideas because you come from different schools, different places. Okay. You can come up with different ideas. So what does the VP education do before the meeting? So in the captain's meeting, you have to prepare and present the education report. So all the Vagjyoti, I leaders are your students. You have to present the report, the education report of all the students in front of this meeting. So in the meeting room, okay, on the screen, you can share it or you can just put it in front of everyone. Okay, so what is this, iLeader Forum education report? It's like the progress report. Okay, so we have 30 iLeaders, Vagjyoti iLeaders. So there is a list of all the students, all the children, all the iLeaders and their phone numbers, the mail IDs and everything that is already given here for you. Okay, you will just see whether they have played every role or not. So that is the information you will collect during the meeting. And in this interim meeting, you will present that in front of everyone. And this information only you will be having. Only the VP education has information about whether Secretary Aditya Sakare has given a speech or not. Okay, whether the president has given her speech or not, and how many speeches has she given. This type of, and whether all the other role players, the iLeaders, have they done all the roles? Okay, all this information is only with the VP education. So VP education should be very vigilant because you are the person who is taking care of the progress, the speech progress of all the iLeaders. Okay, so you have to encourage everyone. Suppose a person is a timer this time, you have to encourage them to take another role next time. Okay, so that is what you will be doing. So before the meeting, this is what you will present. This report is something very crucial and this will be with you. This is your asset. Okay, you have to handle the assets of Vagjyoti very carefully. Right, and lead the presentation, preparation of the iLead Leadership Program Success Plan. So how will you, in the next meeting, what can we do differently? This is something you have to think. So the first thing is the report, okay, progress report. Second thing is, how can we do this, the meeting, the coming up, the meeting coming up? How can we do it differently? What better can we do? Okay, can we have a game in that? Can we have some good, information in that? Okay, you can make it even more interesting. So that is up to you. And then with the president, you have to plan with the president and with the secretary, plan up an agenda. As I told you, the theme of the meeting and the agenda, all of you have to sit and decide. Okay, maybe from the next meeting, I will be on mute and you will be speaking. Who knows, right? So you will prepare, you will think of a plan. Okay, that plan is the theme. Think of a theme. Okay, and then you can prepare an agenda. Okay, you will be preparing the agenda of the meeting. And then you will plan not only for the coming up meeting, VP8, you will be planning not only for the coming up meeting, but also in the next meeting, what shall we do? So you have a long-term plan, not a short-term plan. Okay, so your planning should be going into how to conduct a meeting perfectly. Okay, with variety. It should not be monotonous, right? It should have some variety. So that is what you have to plan. So you have to speak to many people, you have to collect more and more information and see what everyone likes and add some color to every meeting. Okay. And then, so about, as I told you, you give information to the president about any good recognition, awards and rewards which any student has got. Suppose we have 35 Vagjyoti eye leaders. Okay. So if you have to keep in contact with them, you have to keep in touch with them and ask them if they have got any awards, or, their school has, he has participated in some science fest, science competitions, and he won, the Olympiads, anything like that. So you collect that information and give it to the president so that the president will announce in the meeting in the opening speech. So this is what, and in case the president is absent, you have to take over the role of the president. So this is what the VP Ed has to do before the meeting. Now let us come to what the VP Ed has to do after the meeting. Okay. So this is the speech progress report that you will be preparing. Okay. There is this list of everyone here already. So you have the list here, and there are some sheets here which are added where you can just, enter what they have done, whether they have played the role of a timer or they have played the role of, a grammarian, you can enter it there.
This should be done in Google
Yes.
Sheets. So we should use Google Sheets to do this.
Can you be a bit louder, please?
Should we use the application Google Sheets to do this work?
I can't hear you. Can you be a bit louder, please? Yes.
Should I use the Google Sheets application to
The Google Sheets will be provided here itself in this checklist. Okay. You can use them because I have clearly mentioned all the role players also. You need not type anything. There are two signals there. One is a green signal and one is the red signal. You will just copy paste the green signal whenever a person plays a role. That's all.
Okay.
I have made it very simple and interesting. You can just copy paste the green signal there and just mention that this person has played this role. That's all.
Yes.
Okay. And okay, we have to go to, during the meeting. So during the meeting, generally the VP education, because we have these Zoom sessions, okay, it is better that I think as a VP education, you already played this role previously. You have to call out the roles. See, in the meeting, we are calling out the roles for the next meeting, right?
Yes,
During the meeting, we are calling out the roles. Okay. So as a VP education, during the meeting, what you have to do is you will call out the name, the roles, and give them some time and they will choose the roles, just like we did previously. Okay. And there is a Google form to take the name of the role player. Okay. That Google form also is here. I will show it to you. Okay. So there are only things you actually have to do during a meeting. One is you call out the names. Okay. And you can always take the help of the general secretary for this. The general secretary will help you being the timer. Okay. You will call out the names and you will note it down on the Google form, which is already provided here in this document. These are the two things you will do during the meeting. Okay. All the other things are you just, you have to make it interesting, and you have to just think about, how well we can conduct meetings. Okay. How interesting can you make the meetings? Can you add a joke? Can you add a song? Okay. Can you add a game? That is what you have to think about.
Yes.
And after the meeting, you have to inform, see all the documents that you have prepared. There are two documents that the VP Ed prepares. One is the Google form of the role, and the other is the progress report. Okay, this database has to be maintained by you very clearly. And after the meeting, you can fill up, if there are any blanks, you can fill up after the meeting. So this is what you will do. Okay, you yourself also have to do your speeches. So do your speeches. And as a VP education, yeah, there is one more responsibility here. You know what? VP Ed?
Yes, see, I'm not sure.
As a VP Ed, you will have to give training or orientation to the other, eye leaders who join later. Okay, the videos will be there. All these recorded videos will be there. They will be seeing them, and you can train them on any doubts if they have any, if they need any clarification. Okay, so basically you are a class teacher. You are the person to take care of their progress. Okay, this is a very great role that you will be playing, because you will start thinking very differently. You will start thinking about how to make these meetings interesting. What can we add? Encouraging people, motivating them into taking up new roles. That is what you are doing. Okay, so this is a great role that you have on hand, VP Ed. I think you have a role to play during the meeting, and you have something to do before the meeting and after the meeting also. And again, for you, this is what you will prepare. Okay, this is the same thing for everyone. Okay, you will mention what you have learned during the meeting and click on submit. That is it. Okay, so any doubts about this?
No, it's clear.
Can I have any questions from you?
No, it's clear.
Shoot any questions? No? So these are the three material I have provided here. This is reference material to make your role more interesting. You can just go through this whenever you have time at your own pace and improve yourself. Okay. And this is the speech progress report, and this is the role players report. So this will make your work easy, because while the meeting is going on, you can enter these things. See, the date, time, and theme will be filled up by the president, and all the other details will be filled up by you. So suppose someone opts to be the eye leader of the day. You just have to type here the answer. I mean the name of the eye leader.
Yes.
Okay. For general evaluator, someone opts. Okay, so you just have to type the name here. So as you do that during the meeting, this becomes very easy, and this gets stored in an Excel sheet.
Yes. Okay.
Okay, once you have to do this, you have opening prayer, closing prayer, volunteer. So while you are, saying out the names of all the roles, this document helps you. Okay.
Yes.
No, right? I mean, which role I have to call first, which I have to call next. Okay, that is the reason this is prepared. So you can call out who will become the eye leader of the day. So you give 30 seconds time, and that timer will be the general secretary. Okay, once he says stop, you can take a note of the name here, and you can announce the name.
Yes.
Okay, this is what you will use. Okay, so all these roles you can fill up.
Yes.
So this is about, so these are the three documents you have, and these are the two things you have to do. You have to prepare after the meeting, the speech progress report, and this during the meeting.
Yes.
And you will have no speech during the meeting, but yes, all of the names, you will tell the roles, and you can make it as interesting as possible. Okay.
Yes.
It should not be boring. You have to, engage everyone, and you have to motivate them into taking different roles. Right? So this is what you will be doing as a VP education. So any other doubts about VP education role?
No, it's clear.
Okay. So you can easily go through this because this will be a part of your lesson anyway. You can go through that.
Okay.
We have the VP membership. So do we have the VP membership here?
Yes, Satya. I'm there.
Yes. So Namit, the VP membership.
Yeah.
So this is what the VP membership gets to do. Okay. So go through each and everything at your own pace, because it will make your understanding even more clear. Okay. Don't confine yourself to what you have to do. Please think about, out of the box. Don't confine yourself that, okay, I have to call out the names. No, you can make it as interesting as possible. make your voice heard. Okay, make your presence felt. That is what you can do. Okay, so yeah, this is something. This is a document which you can go through as a reference material. So why am I giving you reference material? It is not compulsory that you have to go through it, but by going through it, whenever you have time, please do that, because it will make you even more better. You can play your role very well. Okay? Because you have to improve yourself every day. For every day, you have to improve yourself. And then the main work of the VP membership, in one line, if I have to tell you, VP membership should see that all the members are always present. That is, suppose the attendance is, so he is the in charge of attendance. Suppose we have 35 eye leaders. He has to see that all the eye leaders are present and they don't skip these sessions. Okay, when you skip a session, you will lose interest in the session. So the VP membership's main responsibility is to see that all the members are present. And this is the attendance report that the VP membership has to take. Okay, so this is an attendance report that he will take. There are 3 more sheets here and he can take the attendance there. Okay. All the details are already present there. He just has to take the attendance in a different sheet. The names are already there. Okay, so this is the main responsibility of the VP membership. And what should the VP membership do before the meeting? Organize and conduct membership contests. So he has to see that there are some competitions. Okay, because everyone doesn't like hearing to everyone speak. You have to conduct some competitions, speech competitions. Okay, so you can plan for some speech competition on a topic and you can announce the dates, right? And you have to prepare this attendance report and you have to submit in this interim meeting. And you, as the VP membership, you are the single point of contact for any person who wants a phone number or a mail ID of any eye leader. Can you be that? Okay. All the documents which I have given here, in this document, you have to maintain the phone number and mail ID of every eye leader who is joining this Vagjyoti course. Okay, so you are the single point of contact. If anyone wants any information or phone number or email ID of any student, you are the person to be contacted. So that great is VP membership. And you have to attend every meeting and see how well you can plan the future meetings. Okay, so this is what you will do before the meeting. During the meeting, what will you do? As I told you, the main thing you will do is maintain attendance report. This is what you will mainly do. Okay, other than that, you always should be hungry for guests. Who are guests? You can encourage your friend to come. You can encourage your classmate to join. Okay, so every one of you have to encourage people to join, children to join, so that they just see what is happening in our Vagjyoti sessions. Okay, and when they join, when any new member comes, the VP PR and the VP membership, they have to invite them. They have to find out from which place they are. They have to just greet them and see that they are comfortable in our meeting. Okay. And at the end of the meeting, the VP education can greet them, saying that we are very glad that you all have come as guests. Okay. So this is how. And in case any new member is willing to join, the VP membership has to see that they fill up the registration forms. Okay, so basically the VP membership has to take care of attendance. He should see that all the children are retaining in the Vagjyoti sessions. Okay, they are not going out of the Vagjyoti forum. Okay, and he has to encourage more and more guests. That is what the VP membership has to do. Namit, are you clear?
I had a doubt before the meeting.
Yes. Yes. Go ahead.
So you told that I need to maintain a database. So how will I know that? How will I know that database? Because in Zoom meetings, they just put their names.
Yes. So in this spreadsheet, which I have given here, this iLeaders attendance report, okay, I have clearly mentioned all the names of all the children, their phone numbers and the mail IDs.
Okay.
From the first meeting, okay, what all we already have, I have already mentioned everything here, right? In one particular, sheet, right now, I'm unable to open the sheet here.
Yeah, it's okay.
See, this is, yeah.
Yeah.
See, this is the attendance, right? So here you have everything here. This is the total forum, everyone's names and everything. Okay. The speech progress, the role players progress, as I told the VP education. Okay. This is what you have to copy. Control C, Control V.
Yes, Ji.
Someone has taken the one role, this is what you will do.
So if they're present, should I put a tick?
Yeah, Namit, as the VP membership, this is the form you have to take care of. You will write the date here. You will mention present. That's all.
Okay.
So it is saved that way.
Okay.
Okay. So it is very easy. Once you, you will get a hold of this once we do a session. Okay. And every time this is your responsibility. It is like you have to go through this checklist, and because of that, you will understand what you have to do. Okay. So VP membership takes care of attendance. And how will you know who is present? In the participants list, you will have the list of everyone who is present. Okay. In the beginning of the meeting, the sergeant at arms will anyway announce that everyone should log in only by their names. Okay. So that it becomes easy for the VP membership to take the attendance. You will not call out. You will directly enter present. That's all.
Okay, so I need to see the participants list and then.
Yes, yes. In the Zoom, you have this participants list, right? When you click on participants.
Yeah.
Okay, on the right side, you will get the list. You can just take the name and add as present. Or you can just click a picture and then add it later. It's up to you.
Okay.
Convenient to you, you can do it.
Okay.
Right? So that is what a VP membership does. And then let us go to the next one. That is VPPR.
Yes, Sataji.
Yeah. So our VPPR is Anvi Sakare. So what you will have to do is, what does a VP public relations mean? What is public relations?
I don't understand.
Yeah. So public relations is, so we are all a part of Vagjyoti public speaking forum. Okay. So you are the person who will go into other groups. Maybe you are a part of other groups also, like you may be a part of Bhajan group, you may be a part of Gita Jyoti, or you may be part of something else. Okay. Or you are a part of some other session. Okay. You are the person who will talk about the Vagjyoti sessions and see that there are more and more. That means you are doing advertising, but you are not marketing this for any commercial reason. You are doing it only with the intention that everyone, as a service, you are doing this because every child and every student should benefit out of Prabhuji's Vagjyoti program. Okay, that is your intention.
I have a doubt, like how do we advertise them in other groups? Like, should we put messages?
Yeah.
Or what?
Yeah. So yes, what you will have to do is now, whenever we are having a session, the sergeant at arms has to ensure that all the videos are open and the names are there. So you will take good pictures, the screenshots. Okay. So when you take screenshots, you can make it colorful. You can have a color theme. I'm just giving you some ideas, right? You can have a red color theme. Right now you're in red. Yes. So you can ask all the Vagjyoti, for a particular session, they can come in red. Or we have this Light of the Self Foundation logo colors, everyone in yellow. And for one session, everyone in blue. For one session, everyone in white. So you can, come up with good ideas. You can click some good pictures. And you can also take a good, video of all, all the Vagjyoti eye leaders together. You can make good flyers. You know what flyers are?
Yes, Satya ji. I know.
Yes. So that is what you will do. So you come out with ideas. Suppose you are sitting right now in the bhajan group. What are you going to do about Vagjyoti there? So you have to tell someone, okay? See, your words may be telling a few things, but what if you give a flyer to them saying that this is the invitation for the next session. Why don't you join? Right?
Satya ji, like it's online, right? So we should just send the image of it.
Yes, yes, yes. So if you remember, for many sessions, we have done some flyers. Okay, there are many online flyers. You can keep, the information of the next session. The Zoom link also can be attached. Anyway, it is through WhatsApp or, Telegram, you will be sending the messages. So when you send that, they can click on that and join on the meeting day. Okay, so this is what you can come up with. So your main motto is, you will be representing Vagjyoti Public Speaking Circle outside Vagjyoti. So you are the outside face of our Vagjyoti Public Speaking Circle. So first of all, you have to speak very well. You have to be great with your manners and great with your communication. That is something you have to improve. Okay, as you speak, you will be there. And you will make good flyers. You will talk about Vagjyoti. You will, encourage people to join. Okay, by doing that, you are doing it only as a service and it is not any commercial marketing. Right? So in case, suppose, you have invited someone and, 5 children have joined for a session. Okay. Suppose on 16th, we have a session and 5 children whom you have invited for the session. Right? So it can be with a flyer or without a flyer. You have sent a Zoom link. It's totally up to you. You can be as creative as you want to. So suppose 5 people are here. You have to note down their names, numbers, because you can, the next time when you have a meeting, you can send a flyer or an invitation to them. So those 5 children can be prospective students of Vagjyoti. Don't you think so? The 5 guests who have come for once, they can be our prospective students. So you are the one to tap all the students who have come for once. And if they did not turn up for the next session, you can always call them, greet them, okay, and send them the invitations. Yes. Is it clear?
Yes.
Okay, so I told you how you have to think. Okay, now what you have to think and, how you have to proceed, you have everything here. So before the meeting, what will you do? Yes, now Anvi is going to propose great new promotion branding ideas. Okay, so that you will do as a service. Let the world know. That is what is your aim. Let the world know about Vagjyoti. Okay, through whom? Through Anvi. So Anvi is the face of Vagjyoti. Okay, so this is what you will be doing. And when you don't know what to do, you have to speak with all the captains. You have to ask them good ideas. Everyone here has different ideas, I'm sure. Okay, they have attended many school programs. They have attended many other programs. They have seen how programs can be conducted, how speeches can be conducted. So get ideas from them and improve yourself. So by doing this, you are improving on 2 things. 1, communication. How do you persuade people into accepting your idea? Second thing, you will be good at preparing some flyers and preparing some great invitations. And the third one, you will pick up the art of marketing. That is public relations, right? So that is going to take you somewhere. And then you have to prepare these e-posters and publicize. That is what I told you. And you can approach other people also. When you are speaking in other sessions, in other, groups, you can always ask about how their sessions are going, what are they doing in their sessions. All these inputs you can get to Vagjyoti. Okay. So to improvise Vagjyoti, whatever we can do, you can suggest in the meetings.
I have a doubt in like provide a public relation report. What
Yes.
should I create a report or?
Yeah, this is the prospective members report. Prospective members are just now I told you that 5 people whom you have invited, they have come to the 16th meeting, April 16th meeting. Okay, so you can prepare this report where you will write the name of that student and at least their phone number. Okay, when you write the phone number there, later on you can send invites to them, right? So this is the guest list, at least the date, when they have come, from where they have come, from where they have joined, their phone number and email ID. Okay, this is what you can mention. Clear? So this you can, during the meeting, there in the participants list, you will know that these are the guests. Just note down the names and after the meeting, you can note down the phone numbers or before or after the recording.
How will I get the phone numbers of them?
Yeah, before or after the recording, you can ask them the phone number.
Okay, sir.
Or previously only you have given them the invite. Okay, if you remember that you have given the invite on WhatsApp or something, you already know the number. Okay, so this is the one thing you have to do during the meeting. Okay, everything else you will do before and after the meeting. Okay, see, this is what you have to do. Maintain pictures, videos, okay, and flyers and any contests, any new activities. And basically, you can maintain the website. Okay, and you will not do this alone. Okay, I know you are young enough, young and you know, so talented. You will take the help of the secretary, the general secretary, and then you will maintain all these photos, videos, and you will maintain the website. Okay. In detail, we can have a different session also where I can explain to you even more clearly on what you can do, because I want you to go through this at your own pace and then you will understand it clearly, right? As you are doing it, you will understand. And during the meeting, what are you going to do? So in case, you know, there are some contests or something you have planned, you can ask the captain, you know, the president to make the announcements. As I told you, the president will make announcements at the end of the meeting. So you can tell the president that we have planned a contest. Please announce this. Okay, the president will do the announcements. If you have any plans or if you want to, you know, if you want everyone to get ready for a picture or get ready with some, you know, with some color theme for the next week, as I told you, some blue, yellow or white, that announcement has to be made by the president during the end of the meeting. So this is what you can tell the president to do. Okay, so you can, you know, wherever you want, in all the other groups, you can publicize Vagjyoti public speaking survey. And as you are doing it, you will feel very good about it. Okay, and after the meeting, what will you do? You will maintain the iLead Forum website. Okay, it's not alone you. Okay, you will have help here. Okay, and in the website, you can put up some pictures, some, you know, themes, okay, some posters. You can put all these things, and you can prepare posters for the next, you know, meetings, and you can post it in other groups also. Suppose you're a part of a Bhajan group, you will post it there, and you will invite everyone, okay, for the to write anything about the newsletter. See, you can prepare a newsletter. Now, what is a newsletter? It is like a blog. You can prepare a blog. Okay, you will have help about it. All the technical help you will get it. So if you can prepare a blog where you write about your understanding. Okay, everyone, you can encourage everyone to write there. So this will improve your writing skills as well. And this is the same questionnaire everyone will have. You can fill this up and click on submit. Okay.
Satyaji, like for uploading some images or videos in the website, in which website should we do that?
Yeah, I will tell you. You will get all the technical, you know, information separately. Okay, I will tell you where you have to upload it and what you can do and how you have to prepare a blog where everyone can interested can write. Okay, I will talk to you about it. Right? We will have a separate call about it. Okay, and then next, let us have the secretary and the general secretary. Yeah.
Yes, ma'am.
Aditya here.
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah. So this is what you will do as a secretary. So let me just brief you about what is being a secretary. As a secretary, you are the one to answer every question in the WhatsApp group. Ready for that?
Yes, ma'am. Sure, ma'am.
So any question, and you may not know answers to every question, okay? I'm sure you will not know some answers. So you will contact the president, okay? You will contact anyone, you will find out the answer and you will give the answer. So for any question, the secretary is the one to give an answer. So secretary is the person who is responsible for all inward communication.
Okay,
Any
ma'am.
Vagjyoti WhatsApp group has to be answered by you only after confirmation with the president, okay, and the VP education, because they will be having some information which you may not have. Okay, all of
Okay,
you
ma'am.
work together. So when you have a question, you can post it here in the captain's group. You can find out from the president and the VP education, and you can post it in the WhatsApp group.
Ma'am, if I know the answer?
You can, even then you have to confirm with the president because you may be wrong sometimes.
Okay, ma'am.
Okay, it's always better to post a right answer rather than posting wrong answer and then coming back to the right one.
Okay, ma'am.
Okay, and then the Zoom link which we share in the captain's group, you are the person to send it to everyone because you are the secretary. You are the person to send it in the WhatsApp group. Okay, and whoever is there as our guest, suppose we have Prabhuji or anyone who is elders who are coming, you have to send them the invite, Zoom invite link.
Okay, ma'am. Ma'am, like I did know, ma'am.
Yes, exactly. Exactly. Okay, so secretary, you are the person to be the one, face of Vagjyoti in the WhatsApp group. So for every question, you are the one to answer, but make sure you're answering it right and quick.
No, ma'am, I can't always, ma'am, because I have school.
No, you can take up some time. You can accumulate the questions and you can just, answer it at the end of the day.
Okay.
Okay, but make sure you are looking at the group at least once in a day.
Yes.
And any question, post it in the captain's group, get the right answer, and then post it there.
Okay.
And the Zoom link. Okay, that is your main thing. Okay, and then here, this is the document that you can read at your own pace for improving your role as a secretary. Okay, and as a secretary, there are two main things you will be doing. One, prepare the agenda of the meeting before the meeting. Okay, prepare the minutes of the meeting after the meeting. Now, what are these two? You know what it is? Now,
No,
we have a meeting, right?
yes, ma'am.
So what is the agenda of the meeting? What are we planning to do on that day? Do you remember?
Yes, ma'am. Briefing of captains.
That is today. What
Yes,
do we
ma'am.
plan to do on April 16th?
April 16th, we have the first meeting, first session
First.
of Vagjyoti.
Yes, and that is a rehearsal session, right?
Yes,
So
ma'am.
this is training all the role players.
Yes,
Okay.
ma'am.
That is the main agenda of that meeting. So you are the one to prepare this agenda. Okay. You will prepare the agenda of the meeting to be training the role players. That is the agenda of that meeting. Okay. Once the meeting is over, you will just mention in a particular, Word document, you can just mention, see. So after the meeting is over, this is the minutes that you prepare. See, this is what you will do. I lead Public Speakers Forum Vagjyoti Secretary report dated. So you will write the date of the meeting. Okay. this is what you will mention. Okay. Whether everyone was there or not, particularly all the 7 captains are there or not is something you have to mention here. Okay. And what did we discuss about? What was the meeting about? That you will mention here. Okay.
Ma'am, you'll share the Word document also.
Yeah, it is already here, no?
Yes, ma'am.
Document is already here in your checklist.
Okay.
Okay. So here, who is the topic master, who is the general evaluator, who is the evaluator, and after the meeting is over, you can mention any comments. Okay, that so and so person was not there for his role, and that role was replaced by someone else. Okay, so and so captain was not there. Okay, and 3 people have given their speeches, and the name of the the I leaders was this. All this you can mention. Okay, when you look at this, you can easily understand.
Okay, ma'am.
Clear? This is the only document you will prepare during or after the meeting.
Okay, ma'am.
Okay. Other than that, what will you do before a meeting? In fact, as the secretary, as I told you, you will prepare the agenda. What is the agenda? That means, what is the meeting about? See, April 16th, we have a meeting. Is that in?
Yes, ma'am.
The children will have the question, what is the meeting about? What are we going to do? That is the agenda you have to tell to everyone. So when you are giving the Zoom link, maybe when, our VPPR is preparing this one, right, flyer. So you can tell him the agenda that, on April 16th at 8 p.m. we have a meeting, and the agenda of that meeting is train the role players. Okay.
Ma'am, I have a doubt.
Yep.
Ma'am, so we should send it in the WhatsApp group, the agenda. And
yeah, that is what I'm saying. So instead of saying this is the agenda and this is the Zoom link, you can tell the agenda, the theme of the meeting, the agenda to the VPPR. So the VPPR is preparing a flyer, no?
Yes,
So
ma'am.
flyer and the Zoom link, you can post it in our WhatsApp group, Vagjyoti WhatsApp group.
Who will create the Zoom link?
Zoom link will be created and it will be given in our captain's group.
Okay.
That link, you can take it and post it in the Vagjyoti group.
Okay, ma'am.
Okay. So the only thing you will be doing is you will be posting any information. You are the one to post it in the Vagjyoti WhatsApp group. So you are the face of Vagjyoti in the WhatsApp group.
Okay, ma'am.
Any question you have to answer.
Okay, ma'am.
So you should be all eyes and all ears. You have to listen to everything and you should not miss any point.
Okay, ma'am.
Okay. So you are the one to send the agenda to everyone. Now agenda is what are we going to do in the meeting? You prepare that. You prepare that at the help of the president, and you prepare a small document and put it in the captain's group. Okay. You put it in the captain's group so that everyone is informed about the agenda.
Okay, ma'am.
So you can go through all this and see exactly what you have to do.
Okay,
I have mentioned everything here. Okay. Just go through it. Then you will understand what you have to do and how you have to do.
sure, ma'am.
Okay. And you have to handle all the correspondence. That means any questions you will have to handle. And during the meeting, what will you do? Just greet everyone. Any newcomers are there in the beginning of the meeting. When the recording is not happening, greet everyone. Welcome them. Okay. And after the meeting is over, you make a note of what is happening during the meeting. Okay. Now in this meeting, you are understanding what is happening. Okay. Just make a note of it. Just keep a book and pen in front of you. Make a note of it. Once the meeting is over, prepare the minutes of the meeting, which I just now showed you. Right?
Yes, ma'am.
That's all. After the meeting, just make sure you have all that agenda and the minutes of the meeting in place.
Okay, ma'am.
Agenda and minutes is your responsibility, and all correspondence is your responsibility. Correspondence means all the messages. That's all is your responsibility.
Okay.
Okay? For any other information, you can go through this in detail. And once this is over, this is the questionnaire that you will prepare after the whole meeting is over and submit. right? And yeah, let us go to the next one, that is the General Secretary. In one sentence, if I have to say, the General Secretary has the main role of assisting the VPPR and the President. Okay, so he is the person who is available to assist everyone. So let me tell you this. So the role of General Secretary is to assist the President. Okay, so whatever work, this has to be distributed among all of you. So if the President wants someone to do anything, he has to ask the VP, I mean the General Secretary to help him. Similarly, the VPPR also. The VPPR has a very big task of maintaining the club's website, the forum's website. So the General Secretary has to help the VPPR in maintaining the website. Okay, so Hamza, as a General Secretary, you totally have to help the President. You have to help the VPPR in maintaining the website. Okay, whether all the information is there in the website, or any other good photos or any videos have to be uploaded. Okay, these are some things you have to take care. And VPPR has another, task of preparing the blog. That means asking everyone to write about their, their learning. Okay, that is where you come in. Okay, you have to help the VPPR in fulfilling their duties. So by this, you have to understand what the President has to do and what the VPPR has to do. Okay, only then you can help them, right? Okay, so you have to arrange all the photos, the videos, okay, and any contest that has happened, any competitions. Okay, and you have to present all these details whenever you are asked. So you have to have every detail with you. Okay, and that is your role as a General Secretary. And then during the meeting, what should you do? You have to help the VPPR. So you also take some good pictures. Take some good pictures. You can make a note of some good points which, during the speeches someone has to. Suppose, during a speech, someone has given a very good quotation. You can make a note of that. Something was very good in the meeting. Someone was extraordinarily performing. You can make a note of that. Okay, something which you like, something which is inspiring. Okay, assist the VPPR and then assist the iLeader also during that day. And you can always assist the VP Education. And as a General Secretary, I told you that you will become the timer. When the VP Education is calling out the role players, you are the timer. Is that role fine? So yes. During the meeting, that is what you will do. You will be ready with your phone as a timer. Put your phone on mute. And then as a timer, you will just keep a clock of 30 seconds and say stop. Okay. So you will along with the VP Education during the meeting. And before, you will also help the VPPR by clicking some pictures, by making note of good things that have happened during that day, so that you can publicize them. And after the meeting, you will consolidate all the pictures. Where should they go? They should go to the database. That is the website. So after the meeting, immediately you have to see that every picture, every video, every information goes to the right place. If you neglect that, we will lose information. Okay, so that is your main responsibility, is to take care of all these pictures and everything, and see that everything is stored and uploaded in the proper places. So is the video in the proper place? Is it stored? Is it uploaded to the WordPress, our lessons? Okay, that is what you have to make sure. Okay. So this is what you will have to do. And along with all these roles, let me tell you that you also have to give your speeches. Okay, every one of you as a captain, you are a role model. You have to give your speeches. So don't neglect that and don't forget that. Okay, so that is the role of a General Secretary. And then last but not the least, we have our sweet Sergeant at Arms there, who is our disciplinarian.
Yes, Satyaji.
So our Sergeant at Arms is waiting to have everything under control. Okay. So Sergeant at Arms, Shriyans, your role as the Sergeant at Arms is to see that everything is planned. Whether this is there, whether everyone is informed, whether everyone is attending the meeting on time, and in case everyone is talking or there is a crosstalk, you can mute them. Okay, make sure they are muted, and you will not crosstalk. Okay, you will not do any talking. You will just do it silently. Okay, and you are the person to give. You will start the meeting. Okay, as a Sergeant at Arms, you are the person to start the meeting. So you will come up with a nice quotation, greet everyone. Okay, you can have all the sense and sensibility and your humor in place. You can make it as interesting as possible. Make it very interesting. See that everyone enjoys the session. Come out with good jokes and encourage them, motivate everyone, and come up with rules. Okay, so you must have seen your any teacher or your principal who comes up with rules and at the same time gives some good goodies also.
Yeah.
Right? So you need not be the villain all the time. Just because you're giving rules, you can make it very interesting. Okay, so this is a document for you where you can go through how to play your role very well as a Sergeant at Arms.
Okay. How much time will I have that at the start? To just 2-3 minutes?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. You will just speak for 2 minutes, and in that 2 minutes, you will condense the rules. At the same time, you will make everyone feel together because you are not above or below just because you are giving any rule. Right? Make it as interesting as possible. So what are your responsibilities? So as your main responsibility is discipline, starting the meeting on time, ending the meeting on time, make sure everyone is present on time, because sometimes just because you are waiting for someone, it may be late. Okay, let us start the meeting on time, 8 o'clock. The recording has to start, the prayer, and then everything. You have to see that the agenda is going on as per the plan. Okay, and yeah, you have to see that the mic is, the sound is okay, the recording is okay, whether someone is spotlighted or not, whether the speaker is spotlighted or you want 2 people to be spotlighted. These are some things you have to discuss with the president. Okay, and you have to make sure that everyone is you contact them and make sure everyone is present on time. And in case anyone is coming late or you have guests, okay, you can always greet them. And at the end of the meeting, you can always, after the recording is over, you can ask them their name and you can welcome them for next time. Okay. You are the one to start the meeting, and you will hand over the dais or you will hand over the session to the president. So let me tell you, Sergeant at Arms, when you come, you can start with, there is a person who is doing the opening prayer. Once the opening prayer is done, you will start the session. You will come up with rules and, you will discuss the rules with the president. So you will come up with the rules. And then you should welcome the president saying, now I hand over our session to the president. And the president will hand over the session to the next person who is the eye leader of the day. I will show you the flow chart later. Okay, through that, you can easily understand what you have to do. Okay, so there's nothing much you have to do, but yes, you should be very vigilant and see that the recording is happening properly. There is no sound or anything which is disturbing the recording. Okay, that discipline is something you have to maintain. So you are a rule maker and make sure you are making good rules and make sure no one breaks them. Okay, any doubt as a Sergeant at Arms?
So during the meeting, I didn't get exactly. I know the starts, but
you will start. Yeah, you will start it. Okay, along with everyone, you also have to do your speech projects. So you should complete your speech projects. That is something you should never forget. Okay, and then you have to supervise everything. That the meeting Zoom link is proper. Are you able to open the Zoom link? There should not be any technical issue. The sound should be very clear. Okay, the recording should be clear. There should not be crosstalk. This is what you have to be vigilant. Suppose you are given the role of a co-host for this meeting, you can mute anyone. If someone is speaking in between, you can mute. Okay, that is the role you have to. Okay, sometimes there may be ballots. That means when you have any voting, you can count the votes. Okay, that we can distribute. So you are the one to maintain the decorum of the meeting. Right? Just go through this, and in case you have any doubts, you can always come back to me on our group. Right? So this is what each of you has to do. Yes, VP Education has some question.
Yes, see, I have 3 questions.
Yes.
I should take the note of achievements of leaders and hand it over
Yes.
to president. So if I have to collect their achievements and information, should I do it through WhatsApp by making any kind of group?
Yes. Yeah. You can do one thing. See, now we have this, Vagjyoti WhatsApp group.
Yes.
Okay. So you can, in fact, you can just prepare a small note saying that, dear, leaders, in case you have any achievements, awards or rewards, or you have participated in any competitions, intra-school competitions, inter-school competitions, I'm the Vice President Education. So do let me know so that you are properly applauded.
Yes.
Okay, this you can prepare in your own words. Okay, you can take the help of anyone. See how you can prepare these sentences and put it in the group.
Yes.
Okay, maybe you can discuss with the secretary, because secretary is the person who has to post anything in the group. So you can discuss with the secretary if it is fine. So you can give your message to the secretary, and the secretary can do the post.
Yes.
And for that, if you want to make it interesting, you can add a flyer also. If you have holidays, you have time, just be as creative as possible, as innovative as possible. The sky is the limit.
Yes.
Okay? So you can prepare a flyer, and you can put this information in the flyer and your number also, so that people can give you the, any information directly to you.
Yes, G. My next question is, in the form, in my form, there is a place where we have to, it's named as other. So what
Nothing.
do I write there?
No, just ignore that. It is, when you're looking at your actual form, you will not see that. This is my version of the statement, so you're seeing that. That's not.
So the role players list, my next doubt is the role players list, which I wrote it in the last class. So I made it in a form of a Google sheet and sent it in the captain's group. So the same role players, should I include them in the form?
See, if it is convenient, you can use that. Or when you open this Google form, okay, you can download this Google form, and as soon as the session is happening, okay, if you open this, there itself you can mention that. Okay, or after the meeting also you can upload it. See, this form you can mention it later also after the meeting. So you already have, you can note it down in a book. You have a book and a pen during the meeting. Yeah.
I've noted it down. So the same set of role players should be, I should
Yes.
put it in the.
Yes. Yeah. During the meeting, you do whatever is convenient. After the meeting, you just fill up that Google form.
Yes.
Okay. There, if you fill up everything, the president will fill up the 3 other things. Okay. The theme and everything. That's all. That will become an Excel sheet automatically.
Yes, it's clear. Thank you.
Thank you. Yes. And Namit?
Satyaji, so you told even we can call others from groups, like you gave the example of Bhajan group. So should we take the permission of the admin and then we need to send the messages, or can we directly like send it?
Yeah, exactly. That is what you have to do. When you are posting anything in any other group, you have to take the permission. That's a nice thing you asked. You have to take the permission, and it is the VPPR who has to do that. Okay, VPPR will make sure that the flyers and everything are posted in other groups. So yes, the admin's permission has to be taken. Okay, so all of you can go through all that material. I will be sharing it in the group. Okay, if you have any doubts, you can ask me on phone also. That will be fine. Okay, so let us conclude today's session, and we can continue any other questions in the group. And only after you look at all these things on your own, you will get more doubts, or you may get a clarity also. Right?
When will this be put in this thing, the course material in the?
Yeah, we will be sending it in this week.
Okay.
Maybe around 16th or before 16th.
Okay.
You can just look at it at your own pace. Okay, then let us conclude this session with a closing prayer. So can we have the president with the closing prayer?
Yes, Satyaji. Asatoma Satgamaya Tamasoma Jyotirgamaya Mrityorma Amritangamaya Om Shanti 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 Harihi Om Tat Sat Shri Gurubhyo Namaha Harihi Om.
So thank you, everyone. Thank you, all the captains. I'm sure you will know your responsibilities and you will play your roles very well. Okay. So everything starts with a single step, right? So just take that step, go through all the list of the checklist, and you will be much clearer than what you are today. Okay. So let us meet again on 16th.
Like